30 this evening, and it is available right now actually, so listen after the programme if you like on BBC Sounds. Emma, thank you again for coming on the programme. Plenty more to come. I hope you feel like you can call in 03700 100 110. Let's get a weather update now. Here's Rhiannon.
And it'll stay dry over most of the country this morning. There are some showers, though, now between St David's and Monmouth. We can expect more scattered showers during the day, followed by some rain towards the end of the afternoon.
Diolch, now for the travel. Here's Hannah.
Thank you, Dot. There's still a closure for Wrexham Rowaben Road. The A5152 is closed in both directions to an accident that happened near to Belmont Road. No major problems now, though, for the A55. We did have an issue at Llanfiangle through to Valley Junctions 4 to 3. That's cleared off for the A55, and the M4 is still coping really well east and westbound. So that's your latest from BBC Radio Wales Travel.
On FM,
digital radio,
and on BBC Sounds.
This is BBC Radio Wales.
Just coming up to 10 o'clock, it's your BBC Radio Wales News and Sport headlines now with Natasha Livingston.
Thanks, Doc. Good morning. There's a call for an independent inquiry into children's services in Wales after the murder of Logan Mwangi. The 5-year-old's mother, stepfather and a teenager were jailed for life yesterday for killing him in Bridgend last year. The Welsh Liberal Democrat leader Jane Dodds, a former social worker, says lessons must be learned. Hugh Ranker-Davies, the Labour MS for Ogmore, says other investigations need to be completed first.
I understand when Jane Dodds and others called for a Wales-wide review, but actually the focus right at this moment has got to be on this incident, what happened here, and getting underneath this, in order that if we can see that things were missed, and I'm not jumping to any conclusions here, but if we can see what was done here, then we can actually change things for the better right across the piece.
Boris Johnson is facing calls to expel the former Deputy Chief Whip from the Conservative Party after his resignation last night. Chris Pincher said he had embarrassed himself and other people while drunk on Wednesday. A newspaper report alleged he'd groped 2 men. The Welsh Secretary, Simon Hart, said the Conservatives were treating the incident seriously.
The Chief Whip will be having conversations during today. We need to allow him and others, there may be others involved in this, the space to properly assess the situation. He will treat this with the utmost seriousness. Every decision we take needs to be through the prism of what is best for the victims rather than the sort of political backdrop.
The lead negotiator for Network Rail, Tim Shoveler, says he's cautiously optimistic that an agreement will be reached with the RMT union to prevent further strikes. He said talks since last week's walkouts had been constructive. 3 Labour-backing trade unions have expressed serious concerns about proposals for changes to the way the Senedd is elected. GMB, Community and Usdaw say changes to the way Senedd members are elected could make it harder for Welsh Labour to retain power. The party's been asked to comment. Here's our political correspondent, James Williams.
Back in May, the Welsh Government and Plaid Cymru published plans to increase the number of politicians in the Senedd from 60 to 96 and introduce a new voting system. The 2 largest unions in Wales, Unite and Unison, back the plans, but the GMB, Community and Usdaw say they cannot back the proposals as they stand. The unions and delegates from Welsh Labour groups will get a chance to vote on the reforms at a special Welsh Labour conference in Cardiff on Saturday.
And the first ever survey of the UK's outdoor statues and monuments has recorded around 70 Queen Victorias, 12 Nelsons and 1 kangaroo. Only 1 in 5 represented real people, but of those, men outnumbered women by almost 5 to 1, and only 2% were from ethnically diverse backgrounds. Sport now, and 3 Welsh riders will compete in the Tour de France for the first time when the race gets underway in Copenhagen later. Owain Jewell, Luke Rowe and former Tour winner Geraint Thomas will be on the start line for today's first stage time trial. Rugby and Wales captain Dan Biggar is hoping his side can play with freedom and cause an upset against current world champion South Africa in the first test in Pretoria tomorrow. There'll be live commentary of the match on BBC Radio Wales Extra, the new streaming service on BBC Sounds, BBC Sport Online and 882 medium wave this Saturday. Football and Wrexham made their first signing of the summer. Defender Jordan Tunnicliffe has signed a 2-year deal after he rejected a new contract from League Two side Crawley. And after wins for Heather Watson, Liam Brodie and a career best win for Katie Bolter at Wimbledon yesterday, Cameron Norrie will hope to join them in the next round. He plays American Steve Johnson on centre court. BBC Radio Wales for an update anytime. Ask your smart speaker to play BBC News for Wales. It's 10:03.
Bore da, you're phoning on the 1st of July and a really important date for the LGBT